Welcome to the Office of Youth Development web blog. I'm sorry we're a little bit late. As you know, we were really busy. We did the presidential debate on October 12th, this past Tuesday. Today is Friday, and it was very interesting. All the candidates showed up. Linda Lovejoy showed up, Rex Lee Jim, Earl Tooley. Who am I missing? Ben Shelley. Sorry, our vice president. It was really interesting. They got to go one-on-one with the kids, and we had a panel of 6 different youth panelists, and everybody had different questions that range from disability to suicide to gangs and youth employment. And then at the end, the very last question was about the Diné rights, water settlement issue. So it was very interesting, and we all have like all kind of different perspectives and different. If you ask anybody what they thought of the debate, as for me, I have not got the same answer at all. Everybody has just different views of each candidate and each camp, so it was pretty cool. But coming from our youth perspective, it's interesting to say because like Shelby was there, you were there, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of the overall everything, the debate, what the answers were, the questions were? What did you think of how they presented themselves?
Well, I kind of thought I thought it was interesting because of the turnout. I actually thought, at first I thought there wasn't going to be a lot of kids there, but after being there for a while, there was actually a good turnout. And for me, the candidates didn't really answer directly at the students, but they answered to like an older crowd.
So you think they didn't address you guys directly? They were too busy campaigning to the voter, I guess the voter demographics. Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
in a sense, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
okay. Yeah, it was weird. If you read the papers, it's I guess the papers say that there was a lot of indirect answers. Nobody really answered the questions that we presented, or they presented, the kids. And a lot of the kids felt like they were left out, and that the candidates didn't speak directly to them. Am I right on this, or is it, like your peers? How has it been with that?
I actually went to school the next day. The next day, I talked to a few of the students that were there, and they said that they felt like they were talked down to instead of directly. Like they didn't feel like they were talked to directly, but some students really liked the debate.
They liked the debate?
Some of them thought it was really interesting, and they didn't think it would have had like a turnout.
Oh, okay.
Big turnout.
Yeah, the turnout was great. How we had it seated was, if you've ever been to the Fort Defiance Fieldhouse, where the Scouts play, on the court was nothing but kids, and then in the stands we had their parents and I guess the voter.
Different sections for media too.
Yeah, there was a lot of media there. So I'm sure if you pick up the Navajo Times, or check out NavajoTimes.com or the Independent, I know they had a story there, and then the Farmington, we had people from Farmington there, and it was really interesting, I think, to say the least. The debate was the first ever youth issues debate, and all the questions that were compiled for this panel were from them. We didn't feed them anything. We didn't give them pre-scripted questions, so it was really innocent. And it showed because it really exposed a lot of each camp's agenda. And myself and Jocelyn Billy, we got to moderate it, and it was really interesting to say the least. So Shelby was there, and
there was about more than 50 students there.
Yeah, more than 50. It would range in age too, even from other schools, not just Winter Rock. So it was pretty. It was intense. It was cool. I really liked it. I had a good time on stage. I know Ben Shelley had issues trying to hear. He couldn't really hear things because there was so much echo in the room. And then Earl Tooley and Linda Lovejoy. Everybody was really thankful at the end, though. Both camps, both of Ben Shelley, his camp, and then Linda Lovejoy's camp, both came up to us and thanked us, and they were really pleased with the turnout. And everybody was really pleased with the turnout. The media loved it, and people were saying it was really organized, and this one was blasted all over. I mean, we hear about the debates all the time going on in different regions, but this one is all over the media. And for good reason, too, because it was a youth issues debate. It wasn't necessarily, well, it did turn into campaigning, of course, because it's a political race, but it was directly youth versus them. Not versus, but youth and them.
Yeah.
But you don't think they really addressed the youth directly? Is that what you were saying earlier?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think so, huh?
No. They kind of answered the questions indirectly, too. There was a lot of things that were said that were very general, but not to the point.
Yeah, like what?
Like, when they started talking about issues about, like, suicide prevention,
Mm-hmm.
and when they started talking about issues concerning kids being obese and not participating in enough sports, I didn't really hear anything being said about new facilities going up, except for the facility that's going up here in Fort Defiance.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a few of them.
Yeah. What about like the youth employment? Because there's a lot of your friends, I'm sure, that are trying to find jobs and want to find jobs. And what did you think about how they answered to that?
Well, from my point of view, it kind of seemed like they didn't say directly like that they were going to increase funding for students. That's the way I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it just kind of sounded like, well, these students are old enough, they should go out and be able to find their own jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I heard it.
So do you think you guys are old enough and can go out and find your own jobs?
Yeah, I think some students who have, like, the experience of working, like for me, I started working at 14, so yeah, I probably could go out and get my own job. But for students who don't have that experience, it's really hard for them to go out to other businesses and try to ask for jobs or ask for help.
Gotcha.
For that matter.
It's like that for adults too.
Yeah.
So, but that's really cool from youth's perspective. You can comment on this. We're running out of time right here, but real quick, I just want to say thank you to Tuba City too. Tuba City, we went out there and they gave me this shirt, Western Navajo Agency, Boys and Girls Club. It was cool. We had a good time. I'm going to have videos of our experience out there at Kids Day, so come check us out on our blog. I want to say thank you, Shelby. Thank you to all of you who came out to the debate. And feel free to comment, stay proactive. I encourage all of you who are old enough to vote, find out the issues, and then read about it. If you can't go to a debate, read about it, do a lot of research on it. So that's about it. So we are signing off.